Hello. So, I have decided to start doing weekly readings for you. So I'm going to try and post these on a Sunday for the upcoming week. I have already shuffled the cards for this week, and I'm just going to run through kind of what comes up. I wasn't sure whether to do, kind of Monday to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday to Wednesday, and then whatever. But I'm just gonna go with whatever comes, and if I feel like it's gonna be a certain time of the week or a certain day, then I will let you know. So, for those who don't know who I am, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, if you don't follow me on other social media, I am Leanne. I'm an intuitive therapist and intuitive reader and self-discovery mentor. I help people to connect with their true selves and create the lives that they want to live from a place of authenticity and from a place of passion and from a place of their heart, really. Need to kind of work on that. I try to be as authentic as possible, and one of those things is going to be my lack of being able to express kind of things in the way I want to. So you'll learn that about me. I'll often sort of muddle my words up, and we'll get there in the end. Anyway, so I'm going to run through the cards that have come up already, and we'll see what reveals itself. Okay, so the first card is Open Your Heart. Okay, now this has been a strong message for a lot of people recently. This is all about those blockages, those barriers that we put up around our own hearts. And if some of you have been hurt recently, if you've had a breakup, or if you or even if you're getting in touch with a breakup that was quite a while ago and it's all coming to the surface again, which could be happening because it seems to be happening for a lot of people, this is a message to really just don't be hard on yourself. Okay, that's the first thing, because I know for myself that when people tell me that I need to unblock something, or I need to open my heart, or I need to be more loving and I'm not loving enough, or this you just feel like there's something wrong with you. And this was a message that came through in a previous video if you watched my last reading. So this is about not feeling like something's wrong with you. If someone says to you, oh, your heart chakra is closed, or you're blocking love, or you need to work on this to open up your heart, don't feel like something's wrong with you. Don't get too hard on yourself. Okay, there'll be reasons for that. Okay, if that is the case. That's the thing, you might sort of see some people and they might tell you this, but it might actually not be true at all. You could be going to the wrong sort of people and wrong energy healers and things like that, and your heart might be fine, but it's to use your own discernment, I guess, to feel into that. If you feel like that is true, then be kind to yourself. Okay, don't let someone else's opinions or views, or the way they are with you, don't let them upset you. Just kind of be with the fact that this may be true, but there's a reason for it. Okay, yes, your heart might be closed, but that's only because, well, not closed, but you might be putting barriers up because you have been hurt in the past, and that's pretty normal. Sorry, that's pretty normal in my book. Of course you're going to protect yourself, of course you're going to be putting these barriers up because you've been hurt and you don't want to be hurt again. Okay, so just have that compassion for yourself, have that care for yourself, be aware that this is your truth, and that's fine. just be more loving and more accepting. And to be fair, when you are loving and accepting to yourself, your heart will naturally open anyway. Okay, so that's a good place to start. Okay. Now, the second card is a loved one in heaven. So you are being supported, you are being guided by someone in heaven. I don't know if you've lost someone recently. Not recently, actually. I don't know why I'm saying recently. It doesn't matter when you lost them, okay? But they're always looking over you, they're always with you. If you ever feel lost, stuck, down, sad, angry, just be aware that you are being looked after, you are being supported, you are being protected. There's not just what we see around us, there's not just the people around us in our world. There are people in heaven, there are people around you, and you'll feel them, you'll sense them, you'll see signs, you'll hear music, and whenever you do, trust that. Okay, trust that is them. They are with you, okay? And it says they're drawing close at this time, so maybe you are feeling a bit sad, down, low. There's a lot of people feeling that energy at the moment. So this week is kind of still clearing things from the full moon. It's still healing those last pieces of, past difficult experiences. So this first part of the week is going to be like that. That is normal, okay? But do know that you are being looked after, you are being protected, you are safe, okay? Just again, there's that message of be gentle with yourself. The next one is focus your mind. So have you been distracted recently? Have you been all over the place? Has your mind been so all over the place with different things? Like maybe if you are feeling stuck in that stuck energy, that you're thinking of all of these different things that you can do, all of these, maybe you've thought of like creative ideas, maybe you thought of changing your job, maybe you've thought of starting a new hobby. Maybe there's just a lot going on in your work. Like maybe you're really, really busy, and you're finding it hard to focus. Now this is a message to really focus on your priorities. Okay, so if you have got a lot going on, if you then add to that, I feel like someone or a few of you are really busy at work, but you're also adding extra pressure on yourself by adding all of these different things, like, oh, maybe I could change my job. Because you're so busy, you're probably thinking, oh, I need to change my job, it's so busy, I can't cope. So then you're adding to that, because you're adding extra stress on finding a job, applying for a job, going for job interviews. Maybe you've got things going on in your relationship as well, and you're trying to balance that as well as a busy work life. Maybe you've got things with your children. Maybe you're thinking of starting a new hobby to make you feel better for the stress that you're going through with busyness at work. Do you know what I mean? It's you're adding to that pile. And so I feel to tell you to just literally think about or write down everything that you've got in your mind, and focus on the most important thing at the moment. Maybe it is that you're busy at work, okay, and you need to just get stable at work. You need to get calmer, feel calmer. So what you're best to do is when you get home is just to rest and clear your mind. Maybe, if you do meditate, that's brilliant, or journal, or just binge watch TV, like, do you know what I mean? Just rest, have a bath, go for walks. Find ways of balancing out that busy mind that you have had to cope with all day. Maybe if you haven't, if you're not busy at work, maybe if you're struggling with things in your relationship, it's time to focus just purely on that, nothing else, okay? So maybe you need to find ways of communicating with each other. Maybe you need to create some space and time so that you can go out together, just to focus on that purely, nothing else, okay? So I feel like that's really important, to just literally take apart everything that you've got in your mind and focus on the most important thing, okay? The thing that's weighing on your mind the most, to just do one thing at a time. Now, the next card is Inner Power. Now, this has come up, and I don't know if you watched my last video, but if you haven't, I really strongly recommend that you watch that one. It's the part 2 of the last reading. So this is all about owning your own power, okay? This is about not giving away to anybody else. So if you have strong people around you, I know for myself, I struggle with strong characters. So people who come across as quite blunt, quite loud, quite forceful, quite controlling. You know, I've always struggled with people like that, and I don't know if this applies to some of you, but this is to say to not give away your power to those people. You have your own power, okay? You have your own ways of showing power, and that's not going to be the same way as them, because a lot of people that I work with, a lot of people that like and follow me are people who are empaths, people who are caring, compassionate, loving, kind, thoughtful, have soft energies, creative, you know. They're people who aren't forceful, they're not blunt, they're not harsh, they're not, you know, they try to see things from the viewpoint of other people. You know, they're just have a lot of softer energy, and so that is all of those things I just listed. They are your power, okay? That is what makes you so attractive to other people, so magnetic to the right kind of people. And I'm not saying that people who come across as, you know, harsh, all of those things that I mentioned before, they're not horrible people. I'm not saying that they're, you know, bad people or anything. It's just that's their power and that's their way of showing up in the world, and they're going to attract their type of people as well, okay? But if you want to attract the, you know, different energy, if you want to attract people who've got sort of similar energies to you, then own your power, own your strengths, okay? All of those things, empathy, compassion, love, thoughtfulness, kindness, they are superpowers, okay? And they will attract beautiful, beautiful people in the world, okay? And it's to just own that, okay? Claim that as yours. You don't have to be this forceful, confident, loud person to be powerful, okay? You can help so many people in this world, and you can offer so much to people by owning your own beautiful powers, okay? All those other things that you can bring to the table. Oh, that felt so good to say that. Oh, and this goes perfectly. So this one goes perfectly with the last card. So honor your beauty, okay? Honor, and this is about honoring who you are. This is about honoring your inner beauty, okay? So many people can. Oh, sorry, I'm getting pins and needles in my foot. So many people can focus on their outer beauty. Okay, we know that there's a lot of people, especially on social media, who, you know, wear lots of makeup, dress in nice clothes, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You know, that's where they're at, their journey, that's who they are, that's how they choose to express themselves. But this is a message to say it's not just about that. It's about your inner beauty. It's about being aware of who you are inside, okay? Being aware of your inner beauty, your inner strength, your inner power, your, yeah, just get a sense of kind of who you are and again, what you bring to the table. These cards go perfectly with each other. So it's really about being aware, being accepting, loving to yourself, you know, being aware of who you are and what you give out to the world. Now, I've gone into a different pack. So that pack was from Kyle Gray, Angel Prayers, and this is from Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. So it's changed energy a bit. This is all about focusing on your future, actually. So this feels like it's more towards the end of the week. So all of this part was like the beginning of the week, and I feel like this is coming towards the end of the week. So maybe the latter part, like from Thursday to Sunday. So I'm picking up that. Okay, so once you've kind of done all of this inner work, this focusing on your heart, focusing on who you are, knowing that you're protected, taking one step at a time, focusing on your priorities, knowing who you are, owning your power. Definitely, since owning your power and honouring who you are, I feel like you're gonna then want to reach out to people. Okay, you're gonna want to reach out and get help on how you can use all this. Okay, how can you use your inner beauty? How can you use your inner power to help or to move forward in your life? And you're going to want to reach out to people, and there's going to be someone who will be able to help you. Okay, so if you actually voice that, I feel like you have to voice it, so I feel like you have to make it known, whether that's to post it or text someone, or just have a conversation with someone, to speak about what you've been doing, to speak about what you found, to speak about any ideas that you may have had, to share those. Someone's going to help you or want to help you, I feel. And this is a message to say to just, you've asked for it, so please accept it if it's given to you. Okay, so if someone says to you, oh, I know a perfect person who'll be able to help you, or if they come to you and say, yeah, I can help you with that, accept it. Okay, accept it with your arms wide open, your heart wide open, and it should be open by now because you've done that work. So accept it. You've asked for it, so accept it. You know, there's no point in asking for these things if you're not gonna welcome it and accept it. So that's exciting. And then we've got synchronicity. So this is all about being in sync with your truth, in sync with the world, in sync with your purpose, your passions, the things that you get excited about. And I feel like you will be once you connect to that. So once you connect with yourself, so you always need to connect with yourself first. Okay, so once you understand yourself, once you understand who you are, once you understand what's going on for you, you accept what's going on for you, you own your inner power. Obviously these cards are all connected. You will then start following certain things, and you will start leading yourself to certain situations, certain people, certain experiences. And once you do that, it's almost like the universe kind of gives you like a little tick, and they're like, or like a little nod and say, well done, you know, or pat on the back, and they show you things that are more than coincidences. So synchronicity synchronicities are things that are like more than coincidences, things that just maybe like you think of a certain song and then it comes on the radio, or you see the same numbers constantly, or you hear the same song constantly, or you've got a favourite number and you see that quite a lot. Oh, sorry, I'm repeating myself. And actually that's strange, because synchronicities are also about repetition. So they're about repeated signs, repeated numbers, repeated experiences. Maybe you get a lot of deja vu. Maybe you think of someone and then you see them. You know, there's all of these things that happen, and when they do, it's to tell you that you're on the right path, you've done the right work, you are listening to yourself, and you are connecting with where you are meant to be. Okay, and I feel like once you've done all of this in the first part of the week, and you've asked for the help and you've accepted the help, you'll then start seeing these things because you are on the right path. Okay, I hope that made sense. Now, this card came out yesterday for a friend actually. Dream big. So this is all about being aware of your dreams. Actually, this is nighttime dreams. So normally with this card I pick up that, you know, to think about your daydreams, you know, think about where you want to be in life, you know, what your goals are and all that. But this is actually about your nighttime dreams. So this is to pay attention to your nighttime dreams. You know, what are your dreams telling you? Sometimes people can just disregard dreams. They can be really strange, and they can be really scary, or they can be really confusing and not make any sense at all. But that's your subconscious. That's what your subconscious does. It throws up all of these images that just don't make any sense. But actually, if you were to write down your dream and pick apart all of the things that happened, all of the images that you saw, particularly the feelings that you experienced during the dream and after the dream, you will start making connections. Okay, you will be able to read between the lines. You know, there's so much more to our dreams than we think. Okay, if you ever need any help with dreams and with understanding them, I also do that work as well, so you're welcome to reach out to me about that. If you want to just get some clarity on, you know, what the hell your dream is telling you. But there's always messages there for you. Okay, when we're asleep, our mind doesn't get in the way. So when we're awake, we have all the mind clutter, the ego gets in the way. You know, that blocks our ability to listen to our subconscious, to listen to what's actually going on for our soul. And when we're asleep, our mind shuts off, so it doesn't have that opportunity to do that. And our soul plays out, or our subconscious plays out in images. Okay, so it will show you things that you don't understand, but they are messages. Okay, they're always messages for you to pay attention to. Okay, and oh, I was going to say that's the last card, but it's not. There's one more after that. Okay, so strange. It says down here, feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. But it's strange because at this point I don't feel like you're as stuck. So up here you were feeling quite stuck, quite confused, quite lost, but I feel like you're actually not as stuck, or you're just maybe a bit, maybe you're kind of thinking of different things, having ideas about things, but you're just a little bit unsure as to where to go. It does say make a decision. So, but I feel like this is a lighter energy. It feels like it's not going to be that much of a hard decision. I feel like you already know. Like, if you're watching this and you've got two things in your mind, or, you know, a few things in your mind as to what road to go down, it doesn't feel that heavy. It doesn't feel like that much of a hard decision because you already know. Like, and so you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, I know what she's on about. And you're already, like, if you think about the things that you've got to choose from, your intuition and your heart is already thinking about or feeling better about one of them than the other. Okay, and it's always to say to not listen to your mind, to listen to your heart, or listen to your intuition. Just seeing if there's anything else coming up from this. There's someone in the background putting their fingers in their ears. So this is kind of telling me that someone is trying to influence your decision. So if you've got people who you've told, and sometimes it's not a good thing to tell people. So I'll just let you know that. Don't go around telling everyone all of your ideas because it can make you even more confused. So I feel like now is the time for you to just focus on, you know, just be by yourself and make this decision, okay? Don't listen to other people's views or opinions. Obviously be thankful to them for trying to help you. But at the end of the day, you make your own decision from your own intuition, okay? Your own heart. It's your path to follow, okay? So I feel like you really do need to listen to your intuition or listen to your heart. Whatever you feel you connect with more. I feel like my intuition speaks louder than my heart. Some people actually see your heart and your intuition as the same thing. Some people don't like to use the word intuition. They just like to focus on what their heart is telling them. You know, it's whatever you feel more comfortable with. So if you listen more to your heart than your intuition, go with that. If you listen to your intuition more than your heart, go with that. You know, but it's all down in your body. It's not in your head. Okay, so come out of your head. Come out of the fear thoughts. I'll get my words out again. And yeah, follow that. Okay, and then we come to I say the end of the week. It just feels like all of these cards here are just, you know, sort of towards the end of the week. I don't know whether they're in any particular order. It doesn't feel like they are. So when I sort of thought about this being the last day of the week, it doesn't feel like that. So this one feels like it kind of goes with all of them actually. It's a worthiness card. So you are worthy of everything that you desire, is what just came through. So especially in terms of, like, I've just hovered over the honor your beauty card with this, which kind of goes really well with that, because it's honoring your worthiness, honoring, you know, your the fact that you deserve everything, because you are such a beautiful person inside and out. Okay, you've done beautiful things in the world, you've helped so many people, and that's not to say, you know, you've helped them in terms of your job, or, you know, you might be thinking, oh, I haven't done that much for other people, but you have. Like, even by being just you, like, in your life, by being just being present with people, listening to them, supporting them, helping them out with their shopping, or, you know, whatever you've done, you have touched people's hearts. So if you were to, and this sounds a bit morbid, but this just came through, so if you were to pass away, you know, today or tomorrow, and I'm not saying you are, please don't take that, this just came into my head randomly, I do have these things come in randomly. If you were to pass away, there would be so many people who would remember such amazing things about you, okay? And this does actually help sometimes to think about that. I came across an exercise once which told me to write my own eulogy, okay? Told me to write what I would write to myself if I passed away. And actually it was really revealing. It was really revealing as to all of the things that I've done for, or how I've been with other people and what people would think of me. I sort of thought about, you know, what I've been told in the past from friends or family, and I put that in there. So it's a really good exercise to try, actually, if you want to do that. But this card is to say, to know your worth, to know that you are deserving of all good things, to know that you are deserving of all of these wonderful words that people want to say to you, you know, and for you to tell them to yourself. And again, I'm drawn to the honor your beauty card, which is to give them to yourself. Okay, put your hands on your heart and say, I love you, or I appreciate how thoughtful you are, how kind you are, how empathic you are. And again, that comes in with the inner power card, so they all kind of go together. Okay, this is all about owning your own power, owning your own strengths, knowing how beautiful you are inside and out, and knowing that you are worthy of amazing things in this world. Okay, and are you worthy of your dreams? Dream big. So maybe it does mean that a little bit as well. So I really hope that helped you, supported you, helped you to feel better about yourself. If you do want to reach out, feel free to contact me on any of the social links below. My email is becoming-me@outlook.com as well, if you want to email me. And yeah, that's it really. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I will speak to you soon. See you later. Bye.